Today is 6th, 7th, something, part 1, off. Oh, the lag. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gothic 3. Now, the problem is, I can't off the top of my head remember what we had done in the interim period between this save game of mine and when we kind of got fucked up.
Why did you wake me? Welcome.
Okay, so we haven't talked to him yet. So we have to be really delicate because, as it happens, I'm in a... I have pissed off all these guys. I don't have a save game from before I got caught stealing from Renwick. So I can't really take care of any thieving-related business until I get the orcs back on my good side, which is going to take quite a while. Which means I cannot take any of the old alchemist rings.
What is it?
Shamanic Keeper.
Don't cause any trouble here, got it? What's wrong, Mora?
Grimball, you're who I need.
Sulfur. 5 lumps.
Do you really?
Stop yanking my chain, Mora. Get me that sulfur or you'll be sorry. But don't even think about bringing unrefined chunks of sulfur, understand?
Well, I'll give you these.
Here you are. 5 lumps of sulfur.
Good. Here's a healing potion for you. And now scram, I'm busy.
And in spite of being busy, he will sell you some shit if you prefer. I'm going to instead sell him some shit. No, I want that. That is a useful item. I don't need any... I don't know if I'll keep those for now. Alright, we're getting a nice chunk of change in our pockets now. I say we wait until morning. And maybe we head over to the arena to take care of some, to hone our skills a little bit. Shut up, Steve Blum. Money-grubbing mercenary. Aren't they all? Okay, so, as it stands, we are days away from the release of Risen 3. When you see this, honestly, by the time this video goes up, with the way I've been doing things lately, it might be out already. I might have even done the first video by then. But, should that not be the case, I would like to say I'm quite excited for it. At the moment, I just noticed that they did a live stream while I was out of the house. And I wish I could have been there to see it, because I could have asked all the questions. And unfortunately, I was not able to, and so now I have to just... After this, I'm going to watch the live stream and just take notes whenever I can. I already got 2 points down, one of which really interests me. But that's neither here nor there, but this is here and here.
What about a little fight in my arena?
Yeah, let's fight in the arena.
Let me fight in the arena.
Fine. Enter the arena then.
The arena.
Your opponent.
That's not how you pronounce it. Excuse me. We say the if it's before a consonant, and the if it's before a vowel. Alright, this is gonna be tough. I haven't really fought a human opponent in a while.
Come here.
Right, I need to wait for him to do the stab so I can counter stab. Until then, I'm not safe. Yeah. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Damn, he's got quite a bit of health, though. Yeah. The guys with the shields are much tougher to get because... obviously, the stab will not go through the shield, but it will go through a normal block. So you have to time it much better. You have to... You have to have the stab go immediately... You have to start your stab immediately after he starts his. So that you can avoid his, but still land yours before he gets his shield up. Ouch, ouch. Man, he's going ham now. Aren't ya? Yeah, I got my shield up, though. I mean, my guard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy. You motherfucker. Think you're hot shit, don't you? Nope. Oh, yeah. Skull shield. That'll fetch us a pretty penny. Alright. That's one man down. You look interesting. What do you have to say?
Move along.
Will I?
I find it degrading to fight for a handful of junk.
What do you mean, junk?
In this arena, you only fight for artifacts, Mora. Nothing worthwhile, just some old stuff from times long forgotten. There's no honor in that, if you ask me.
Well, who asked you?
Then why don't you go fight in a different arena?
What's that big mouth, Mora? I'd have left here long ago if I could.
So what can we do to restore your honor?
I've heard of an unholy bastard who raided one of our mines. A renegade mercenary named Ivan. Death to all traitors!
Is that so?
Let's give Ivan what he deserves.
What? You? Ha! First you will prove that you're worthy to fight by my side, Mora. Defeat me in the arena, then I might think about it.
Is that so? Well, that shouldn't be too hard. Should rest ourselves up, though. Unfortunately, we cannot use bedrolls the way slaves and other orcs do. So we have to steal this guy's bed. Oh, BKB. Who's next?
Well fought, Mora.
Thanks.
I want a good fighter.
Very well. Gembak will meet you in the arena. Go ahead and fight.
And he gave us a stone tablet as our reward for that fight. Ah, Gembak, the fellow we just talked to. I guess now's our chance to prove ourselves. And the stone tablet gives you ancient knowledge when you read it, but for some reason it becomes vaporized when you finish. So with more ancient knowledge, we can definitely... We're on our way to learning some improved spells. But those are too expensive to really pay for.
You're a strong and proud fighter, stranger.
Thanks.
Why are you fighting in the arena?
Many people do this in order to improve their reputation with the orcs. Well, at any rate, it improves their lives, if you get my drift.
I get your drift. Now, the difficult part of this fight is that we are facing... Well, we're facing Gembak now, but we'll also be facing Kulak afterwards. So that's two orcs that we have to fight in this arena, which is much smaller than the one in Sildon, so there's not as much room to maneuver. So, hopefully we can pull this off.
Now you can show what you're worth, Mora.
Hey, folks.
That's the idea. Eat it. Damn, he hits hard, though. 3 good hits and I'm dead. Oh my goodness. See what I mean? You have to keep circling around and make sure he never gets you cornered. Oh my god, I have no stamina. And he's just going ham. Stamina up, please. Oh my god, that's spinny spin. That's dangerous shit. Oh my god, how did you do that? Yeah, eat it. Holy shit, this is rough. I did. No, sir. How? Whoa, that was close. I don't know how he blocked that. Yeah. No, sir. Eat my shit. Whew, that was stressful. Alright. Time for another nap. Oh, it's raining. Bye. Right.
That wasn't bad at all. You fight well, Mora.
I know.
Don't forget that Kulak is still the champion.
Is he really? Well, why don't you send him our way?
Who is your best fighter?
Kulak is the undefeated champion in Geldern, Mora.
I want kulak.
Have it your way. I warned you. Off you go to the arena.
Here I go. So what did he give me? I think he gives me an amulet for this one. Maybe not. Oh, it is another stone tablet. Cool. And that one gives you a 6. So it's twice as powerful, but of course twice as valuable. So really, if you are not intending to learn magic of any kind, I highly recommend you sell those instead.
Now you can show what you're worth.
I'm worth precisely 2 1/2 pennies. Yeah, he's going ham. His fast attacks are nuts. So this guy especially, you need to wait for his power attacks. But, of course, once he gives you such an opening, he's absolute cake. So, in other news, I'm extremely close to 400 subscribers. Oh, wow. And I'm very happy to see that. I don't think I'll be doing anything too special to celebrate it. Because, of course, Version 3 is coming up, and that's what you all, most of you, subscribed for, so that's what you're gonna get. And good night, sir. Our deed is done. I'm gonna sleep until this rain stops, even though there's no actual rain to be seen. Arr. Oh, thank you. I wasn't lucky, I kicked your ass.
You're a damn good fighter.
I know.
Can I interest you in working for me?
Ah, working for you.
You want me to work for you?
What about a little fight in my arena?
I already did.
Mirzo, that big-headed louse of a physician, has been mucking me for days. Every time he gets a major shipment, he dumps his trash right in front of my arena. He only does that to annoy me. I would love to teach him a little lesson.
Why don't you take care of it yourself? I thought you orcs were the rulers of this city.
Ever since we entered this alliance with the desert people, things haven't been the same. I can't just go smack that Hashishin around, but you're a Mora. It's different for you.
I'll take care of it.
Fine. Just don't kill him, or you'll be in a lot more trouble than you can afford.
Is that so? Okay, so Mirzo's being a dick to this guy, and we have to go smack him around so he understands his place in the hierarchy. No, not you. I want to talk to you first.
All right, Mora. You are the better fighter of us two. Are you happy then? Go now.
Thanks. No point to that. You don't get any experience reward, unfortunately, but... Okay, so we'll deal with Gembak shortly. Now I want to talk with you. Oh, he's got 2 swords. Normally he only has 1, I think. Having 2 swords might make this a bit more difficult.
Welcome to my humble business, son of tastefulness. Do you seek goods from the distant desert, or are you looking for rare artifacts? Whatever it is, you will find it here.
You sell artifacts?
What a curious question, son of puzzlement. Don't you know where you are? This is Geldern, the meeting point for every artifact hunter in the land. Nowhere in Mertana are there more artifact dealers and seekers than here.
Is that so?
Where do you get your artifacts?
I ask you, my friend, what sort of a businessman would I be if I gave away my sources? You had better mind your own affairs, son of prying.
So one thing I do like is the way Hashishin, their whole culture kind of works. One thing I have to point out is a lot of, especially non-English community, or a lot of non-English fans of this game, point out that Hashishin means assassin in a couple different languages. And it's led to a lot of confusion. They wonder why is there an entire civilization just called the Assassins. And it doesn't make as much sense in English because they're still called Hashishin in this game. And so, we just kind of interpret them as the civilization of the Hashishin. And they're not all just what we define as assassins. But more to the point that I was trying to make, I do like the way they refer to the character. When they call you son of blank, it's an insult. When they call you father or master of something, it's infinitely more respectful. But I can guarantee you that if they're referring you as the son of something, they're trying to offend you. And it's a very subtle way. One that they know that, ignorant white folk are not going to understand. And I kind of like how they kept that consistent, at least in this game. Let's see what he's got for sale first. He does have a stone tablet, which is extremely expensive. And it's not really enough for me to justify paying that much. I believe we got this ring as the final reward. It's hardly worth shit. Okay. So I'm not really going to buy that. I would like to have this. This actually does jack shit for damage. But it's going to be a while before we can even use that. We need 2 more ranks. Actually, no, we don't. So we can immediately learn how to use magic staves. But since most of the ones you find are so weak, they have a very select usefulness. But they will come in useful, hopefully, if I can actually make it work. They have a special ability that I don't think I've ever actually managed to make work. But for now, we are going to try and beat the shit out of this guy. Because apparently he deserves it.
I'm going to punch you in the face a few times now in the name of Aganak.
Aren't you the bold one? All right then, show me what you're made of. You are no challenge for me.
Am I not? Oh, wow, I got him good there.
Don't hold back!
And that's why two-handed fighting is so powerful. Because there's so many... There are a couple different attacks you can use that will use both weapons at once. Why did he do that? And this guy's just... He's not very... Although he did get me good there. He's not very tough because he's just a merchant. He's not a fighter. So I beat him up. And now that that's taken care of, hopefully Aganak has something for us. Here he's just sitting on his bone throne.
Mirzo got what he had coming.
Amazing. I never thought you had it in you, Mora. I will pay big for this.
That was so big, oh my god, it was like huge. Damn right, your skull. You son of a bitch.
You had better not disturb me.
Unfortunately, because we pissed him off, he's no longer a merchant for us.
And it gets worse.
And these guys are important. This guy, especially. We'll talk to him in a minute. Yeah, so the mercenaries are still trouble. Hey, you!
Interested in
Mark Hamill, what are you doing selling artifacts?
My name is Hamill. I can offer you the best and most reasonably priced artifacts there are.
You're a trader in the slave quarter?
We all do what we can. It is my fate to be stuck in this slave hole. But my goods are top quality nevertheless.
Are they really?
Where do you get your artifacts?
Oh, you know, here and there. Things will fall off the back of carts sometimes.
In other words, you're stealing from the orcs.
Stealing is such an ugly word. We humans should stick together, don't you think?
Major clipping on his outfit there. It's kind of annoying to look at, but that's what happens when you import textures from the previous Gothic games. So he's got some nice stuff here. He will sell you a pickaxe if you so desire, but here is where I've mentioned more than once you can farm pickaxes. Right down here is a pretty substantial mine. And we haven't gotten the quest yet because we've not been to Vanguard, but if you go to Vanguard and reach the castle, you will get a quest where you need to get 10 hammers, 5 saws, and a whopping 20 pickaxes. As I've said already, the easiest way to get pickaxes is to knock over a slave and pick his up. And once he gets back up, he'll pull out another one from hammer space, and you can just keep doing it that way. And this mine in Geldern is the easiest way to get it because you can just keep
Nothing to be had.
going at them over and over again. Of course, the way they're scripted in this game is kind of weird. They only have the tool as long as they are doing a certain job. So if you want, I think it'll work this way. If you want a shovel from this guy, he'll only have the shovel while he's digging. If you want a hammer from this guy, you'll only have it while he's hammering. And these guys, of course, should have tools because they work in the mines. But he doesn't actually have anything on him because he's not doing the job at the minute. So, basically, if you want any tools from these guys, you just have to go up to them while they're working, knock them down, and take it from them. Now, how many more will we need? We're at 11 right now, so we need 9 more. This will make 18, and of course on the way we can mine whatever they were using because they're unconscious and no longer scripted to be using it. It's easiest to do this with slaves because no one gives a shit about slaves. But if you try to do this with rebels, for example, ones working in Okara, of course you would piss off everybody there, so that's really not a good idea. So I'm going to do this and mine everything while we're here, and I'll see you all once this is completed. There's one more thing down here that we need to keep our eyes out for, and I'll show you that when we get to it. Okay, I do believe that's every single vein here, and now we have 21 pickaxes. So we have 1 for ourselves and 20 for the quest. I noticed this passage down here, and what's his name? The fire mage dude who's just cooking. I don't know if we've talked to him on this save game. Seems like we didn't, but he did mention that he found records of 2 fire chalices in Geldern. One pointing towards the mine, and one rather vague one referencing the church, or the temple. Now the one pointing toward the mine is just right here. And that's it. It's right there. And that gives us, how many fire chalices do we have now? We now have 5. There's a total of 12, so we have just under half of all the fire chalices in the game. And that is just swell. Most of the fire chalices are in Murtana. But the other ones are, of course, in Varant and... Actually, I'm not sure if most of them are in Murtana, to be honest. At any rate, I think there's more in Murtana than there are in either of the other 2 places. So... Alright, that's all settled. If you feel guilty beating up the slaves, don't worry, we'll liberate them someday, eventually. Hopefully they don't just drop dead before then. So, what else in Piranha Bytes related news? The community story project, which I have all but written off as not going to happen, just updated their website and seems to be really determined to prove that they are, in fact, working hard and going to finish the game.
Let's give Ivan what he deserves.
You honorably defeated me. We will fight together. The renegade mercenary Ivan is somewhere north of Geldern. Come with me. I'll show you.
You do that, and we'll follow. So yeah, community story project. Basically, I've mentioned it on a couple different occasions. It's been in development for a great long while now. It's a complete, total overhaul for Gothic 3. And it's intended to sort of fix up the story and add a few new important things and change a lot of things graphically. And basically I had all but written it off because the last few years have been really sparse with updates. And what the hell's after me? Oh, another goblin.
Your teeth are mine now. Well done.
Thanks. So, basically, I'm willing to believe that they might actually get it done. They've talked about how they did get carried away with trying to add new ideas and new features and all this stuff, and how they're really trying to moderate themselves to make sure they don't get carried away anymore. Because they understand the limitations that they have, and that they're not going to be able to make the perfect game ever, especially since they're all doing it at no profit to themselves. So, hopefully it's going to turn out awesome. But it remains to be seen. Of course, there's no end in sight as of yet. Palisades, that's generally a good sign of enemies. And here they are. Bandits. Oh no, you don't, you sack of shit. Oh wow, how did that happen? Yeah, I got you. Eat it, you sack of fucking fuck. Oh. Oh. I don't know why this staff is not making any impact noise. Well, this guy has no idea what's going on. He had a bow, so that would have been dangerous. Dangerous. There's a highway man over there. And a light-armed bandit. Not a one-armed bandit, but a light-armed.
Was that all?
Wow, he actually got his ass kicked a little bit here, so we have to be careful. And there's Ivan himself, who is an absolute bitch. Oh my god. Seriously, his bodyguard was tougher than he was. Let's take this guy out in melee. Whoa. And down.
Was that all?
That was all, I'm afraid. He's dead.
What a fuss.
Ivan is dead.
Good. Then I will keep on fighting in the arena until another opportunity arises. Strength and honor, Mora. Farewell.
Fare thee well. Ivan had very little of consequence on him, unfortunately. None of the gold that he apparently stole. Which is annoying. So that's mana, strength, don't need strength, alchemy, hunting skill, mana. Don't need hunting skill, do we? Might as well double our mana. Or not really double, but double our bonus mana. Now we can loot all the dead fools. I don't know why they don't have chests full of gold. They must have already moved the gold and decided not to keep any of it on themselves. Alright. You. Thanks. There's a rainweed over there. You will collect that as well. Whoops. I'm glad they got rid of the sliding bullshit, though, at least. Ugh. That is easily one of the more annoying things about these games is just the way you slide down mountains and stuff. Actually, I remember in Arcania too. I'm surprised that was sort of something that they actually went out of their way to program, and it didn't even work the way it should have. I remember when playing Arcania, I was high in this like mountain, and since that game is much more path-based than any RPG has any right to be, I was just kind of... I didn't want to go all the way back around to get back down. So I thought, well, I can just slide down this mountain here. What the hell are you doing all the way over there? Where the hell are you coming from? So yeah, I decided to just slide down the mountain as a shortcut. And, you know, about 2 minutes of slowly sliding down this mountain, I hit the bottom and just plop! Absolutely dropped dead. It was bullshit. Arcania. Oh, what a wasted opportunity. Oh, wow, they're still fighting that boar. Still fighting 2 boars. What the hell's going on here? I thought they killed them already. Let me see if I can contribute something to this matter. I would love to kill all these things in one stroke. Oh, wow, no, these things are way too hard. I'm not having none of that. Why are you coming after me? Fuck off. There's a scavenger here. What are all these things respawned for? That's really weird. That's extremely weird. I shouldn't have actually gone this way. Now I suddenly remember... Should have gone this way with the slaves, so I didn't have to worry about that. Oh well, another time. Okay, so we dealt with Ivan, and Dawson will be happy to hear that. Now that we told Samuel about it, seems like he's got men back to work here. And there's gold aplenty now. Whoa.
You're creeping around like a thief.
Shut up. And picking up all this gold, I don't know. Did we finish the quest with Nemrock? Yeah, I think we had enough gold for him, but at any rate we can replenish it here.
Hey, you. What are you doing sneaking around?
Shut the hell up.
Thank you, friend. At last, the mine is up and running again. It was very generous of you to help me. Now I'm finally at ease and can go back to my work.
You're welcome.
The renegade mercenary Ivan is dead.
Serves him right. Death to all traitors. I will give a few gold nuggets for that.
Good. And, oh, that's a pretty crazy crossbow. Alright, well, I'll keep mine. Oh, wow.
I'll just wait and see.
Okay, so I might as well just finish collecting gold here.
Nothing to be had there.
Yep, I already mined those. Sudden change of music. I believe I mentioned it already, probably a couple times. Kai Rosencrantz, the composer for the 3 Gothic games and the first Risen, is trying to... he's working on starting a Kickstarter campaign to fund his new album, which is completely composed and produced by himself. And he has a YouTube page, a Facebook page, and all that, but he has not started a Kickstarter yet. At any rate, I'll link those in the description for you this time. I definitely recommend you check it out, because I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. I don't have anything more for you, do I?
One of the slaves is dealing in stolen artifacts.
Who? What is his name?
Hamel.
He's just small fry. One of the alchemists in the city is behind this. Go and find out which alchemist Hamel is working for.
How did you deduce I was an alchemist, of all people? Well, it's a pretty easy deduction.
If they sent you to tell me that it should go faster...
What?
Never mind. I thought you were here to demand the next delivery for the orcs.
What do you provide to the orcs?
I'm an alchemist. What would I make for the orcs? Potions, of course. Those warmongers have an inhumanly high need for healing and mana potions.
I don't need that.
Can you sell me some potions?
Not just that, I also have some rare artifacts. Interested?
Do you know a slave named Hamel?
I don't know him.
Well, well.
All right, I admit I know the fellow. He works for me.
You order a slave to steal for you?
He doesn't do it just for me. As far as I know, he also sells the stolen stuff himself.
Aren't you afraid that the orcs will find out what you and Hamel are up to?
Nope, the orcs need me here. Hamel is the only one who has anything to fear. He is expendable.
You are a dirt dog, my friend. You are just exploiting his difficult position. And that makes you a scumbag, my friend. Okay, so we have a generous amount of healing, learning points at the moment. Is there anything I want to learn? Banish evil. We don't have enough stuff for that. That is a very important spell for us to learn, but we do have to learn healing first. I guess we'll go to Ardea and learn that really quick. Thankfully, no orc invasions this time. Heal Other is it's a good spell to keep your allies alive. And it's not. Whoops! I don't want this. I want the shrine. It's not really that hugely helpful right now, but it's gonna help us a lot in the future.
I'm not ready for that.
151, holy smokes. Okay. Anything else? We have 14 learning points. What could we do? We could learn better staff fighting. We could learn magic staves. I like magic staves for a couple of reasons, but they're not really all that useful in actual combat, so we'll hold off for now. We're not really encountering any spellcasters, which is where they really shine, so we'll just wait on it. I really like the appearance of the staff on the back, though, so... Right. What do we want to do? I want to talk to this mage and make sure we actually did speak with him.
Ivan the Unholy Mercenary is dead. I found him in the north with a bunch of evil bandits.
I was thinking of planning a mutiny along with him. Thank Enos I changed my mind. I bet that swine would have sold us out. Here, take a few potions. I could do with a nip myself after such a shock.
Thank you. Any potions we can make? No wine. Sell me some wine. Need to make some mana potions. Oh, you don't even sell. Alright, well, I guess we'll rat on Peritor and Hemel.
Peritor the alchemist has ordered the slave Hamel to steal artifacts.
Ah, yes. Puritor and Hamel, you say? That's good to know. I'll make the necessary arrangements to put a stop to it. Good work. Carry on.
Alright, well, nothing too helpful gain there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's been a while. I am tired and I gotta go to bed. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. La 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 la.